Hello Cancer, and welcome to your Soulmate Tarot card reading. Today I will be using these Angel Tarot cards by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. And then towards the end of the video I will be using these Heal Yourself reading cards by Segal. I've been butchering that name in every video. I'm so sorry. But without further ado, start doing this Soulmate Tarot card reading for Cancer. So, Cancer, in this reading, I will be describing to you your soulmate. This first card I pick will represent your new love interest, your potential lover or soulmate coming into your life in the next few days, maybe even weeks or months, but they're coming for you if you are open to it. You should be able to tell right away if this reading resonates with you, and if not, then that's okay. Feel free to click away. I'll have more videos that may have some resonance with you. With that being said, I'm going to focus on shuffling. Okay, Cancer. So, this card represents your new love interest, and you have here coming in Queen of Earth. So, this person is either an earth sign, maybe Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but overall, they are thoughtful, creative, warm, and sensible. So this person could, again, be an earth sign, or they could have a moon earth sign, or they may be earth dominant, or they may just be an overall stable, abundant, creative, sensible, warm, and thoughtful person. Sorry, I had to stop the video. It cut off. But anyways, card 2. This card reveals right here what they're doing for a living or their vocation. So we have the card Life Experience. So this card says a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change and time to spread your wings. So it could very well be that this person, I have a feeling that they might be an entrepreneur, or they might just be doing things that are out of the norm. So they may not be working a 9-to-5 job. They may be focusing on developing themselves. They may be focusing on following their dreams rather than following a paycheck. But definitely, whatever it is they are doing, they're doing it on their own accord. And they are gaining a lot of life experience. So this person may be, they could be old, but I don't really sense that. But they may be older than you, Cancer, if that is true. But they have a lot of life experience. So even if they're not old, there is this sense of wisdom. And they're continuing to get life experience as we speak. So for the third card here, we picked 5 of Fire, and this determines their best characteristics. So this card says competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. So even though that description wasn't the best of descriptions, this card does reveal their best characteristics. So if we turn that around, it could be that they are a team player and that they are not competitive, but I don't really see it that way. I kind of see it as they are very ambitious. They're very independent. They don't need anyone to hold their hand. That's how I'm seeing it, but it could be taken in the opposite way too, if you would like to interpret it in that way. But I do see it as they are someone who is very ambitious. So again, they might be a Capricorn. Capricorns are known to be very ambitious. They have very huge goals. And for the fourth card here, we have their flaws revealed. So we have Page of Fire. And this one says outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. So obviously this person as I stated. They could be a little mischievous. They may have a playful streak. They might like pulling pranks. Ooh, I just dropped the whole deck. They may like pulling pranks. They may not take things too seriously, especially since we have 2 fire cards coming up right now. So there seems to be a lot of fire energy. So while they could be an earth sun, they may be fire dominant. So they may not take things too seriously. They may be very ambitious and playful, which probably for Cancer, they don't really, if you are very water dominant, you might take offense to, because sometimes fire signs can be a little too reckless in what they do or say. Okay, and coming up for your 5th card, this is what you can expect of their physical features. So we have 2 of water. Okay, a relationship that continues to go closer, forgiveness, a positive resolution of a conflict. So Cancer, it could very well be that this person is from your past, that you have known them before. Maybe they're a friend, or maybe they could even be an ex. But also for physical features, they may be a water sign. They may have the appearance of a water sign. So if it's a Scorpio rising, they might be rather tall, and if they're not, they might be slender, very piercing eyes, very penetrating look to them. If they're a Cancer rising, they may have sort of a childish innocence to them, a bubbly appearance. And if they're a Pisces rising, they might be very dreamlike. That's what you can expect of them to look like, at least. So they might have a water rising sign, and you might know them already. So now we have card 5. Let's pull card 6 right here. We have 9 of Earth, and card 6 represents their first impression of you. So for this card, we have 9 of Earth, and it says enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, and successful self-employment. So Cancer, they might really see you as, even though it was an Earth card that we pulled here, they might be seeing you as truly the little crab in the shell. They might think you're a little withdrawn, perhaps very independent. They may see you as someone who is stable and who has their shit together, basically. They might see you as someone who is successfully employed. They may think you're rich. They may think you have it all. But definitely when they see you, they see someone very stable. So this is very, especially true if you're a Cancer and you have a rising Earth sign. They might be able to see right through that, or not through it, but they may be able to sense that you are a rising Earth sign. That may be what they see from you at first glance. So card 7 will reveal your first impression of them, what you will think when you see them. And we have 3 of water again. So it says a celebration, a wedding, graduation, or birth announcement, the need to have more fun. So this is your first impression of them, Cancer. So you might see them as someone who is carrying on the traits of a water sign. So you might think they're a little moody, maybe secretive, maybe too in their head, but definitely you see them as a water sign at first. So while they do have this stable, earthy nature of them from the first card we pulled, they might be a rising water sign, or they might actually be a water sign but with Earth dominant, and again a lot of fire coming up here. So it seems like they might have a pretty balanced chart, but definitely when you see them, you will think of them to be a water sign. Like I said, they may be a little moody or dreamlike, maybe very creative and intuitive. Maybe you really click with this person and feel like they understand you in ways that other people do not. Okay, and for this 8th card here, we have their emotional connection with you. So we have the Queen of Fire. So this is their emotional connection with you. So this is sort of what you bring out in them. And then this card that I pulled right here is your emotional connection to them. And we have King of Water. So this is what you give them and what they give you. So what they're bringing to the table is Queen of Fire. They're bringing confidence, warmth, intelligence, and grace. So that really does scream Leo. But stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. So, Cancer, this person will definitely be bringing out the best in you. They'll be making you come out of your shell. They will be making you feel more confident in yourself. And I feel like they'll be really pushing you, because like I said here, in their vocation, it seems like they're really living the life they want. So they're not living within the expectation of society. They're following their dreams is what I'm grasping from this. And I feel like they're going to be encouraging you to do the same, which is great, Cancer, because sometimes you have such a hard time coming out of your shell and feeling motivated. But I think they're really definitely going to be giving you that push. And then you, what you bring to the table, you are King of Water. How fitting, water, Cancer. So it says trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. So this person, I have the feeling that they're a little bit of a loose fire cannon, you know? They just go wherever they want, do whatever they want, and they see you as someone they can trust, someone who kind of grounds them, but someone who also flows with them, okay? So you give them a lot of respect, which is well-deserved, and you offer them compassion, a lot of earth and fire here. But yeah, it says you open your heart and mind to those around you. So I honestly feel like, Cancer, you just give them this place to be themselves and to be open with their emotions, more fire. But I really feel like you, in some ways, might act as somewhat of a therapist for this person, okay? You just have a lot of healing energy is what I'm getting through this. And you are helping that person, this person, in that way. So, let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're on card 10 now, and this is the strength of your relationship. So we have here 4 of Fire, which says contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So again, you two will be helping each other in ways you cannot imagine. I feel like this is a really creative duo, which is great for you. So whatever it is, you guys are really going to be pushing each other into living the life of your dreams. So one of you may be an artist, or maybe both of you are an artist, but you two really motivate each other and feed off of that energy. So even if it's not something that has to do with art, maybe you two are both entrepreneurs, or maybe you two are both athletes. Whatever it is, you two are feeding off of that energy and really motivating each other and pushing each other to follow your dreams. And from that comes a lot of abundance, and it says a happy home life. So you guys are basically the perfect, family right now, even if it's just you two. But a lot of abundance, a lot of peace. So everything just seems to flow and go so smoothly for you guys. Everything seems to be working out. And this card, card 11, this reveals any weakness in the relationship. And we have here the Emperor. So when it comes to the Emperor, one of you might be a little bit of playing the leader role. So there might be an inequality in again, right here we have the competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. Like I said, I don't feel like this person is a team player, but they are ambitious, which is a good thing, but sometimes they may be a little too bossy, which might affect Cancer. I feel like it's coming from them, mostly. There's a lot of fire energy. So there is need for structure and discipline. I feel like one of you will be taking on that emperor dictator role. And if that ever comes to fruition, you should focus on bringing it back into something more divinely feminine in orientation. So just working together and really understanding each other in that way, and learning that both of you can be leaders in your own right, but a relationship, it takes two to tango. And this is the long-term potential of the relationship. So here we have ego, and it says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things and negative or fear-based thoughts. This is really interesting. So while I see that there is a lot of growth happening here, there is a lot of fire energy, but I don't want to say there's a lot, because we also have 3 water cards. So it's a very passionate and emotional union. But I feel like maybe you guys aren't very grounded. So you might be focused on a lot of materialistic things. Okay, there might be, but I'm not really getting that from this reading, because honestly, with this card here, the life experience card, and what you two are bringing out in each other, I feel like this means more of a destruction of ego, honestly. Like, I could sit here and talk about, like, how potentially this relationship is materialistic and stuff, but I really don't feel that with you guys, because honestly, I feel like this relationship is about destruction of ego, and it says here, false sense of entrapment. So Cancer, it could very well be that, you know, water signs are very emotional. It could very well be that all your life you've been feeling trapped, and suddenly this person comes into your life and wakes you up, and they just bring a spark, and they show you that your feelings of entrapment are not real. I definitely think that this relationship is one of ego destruction. So I feel like there is a lot of growth, and there is nothing to worry about. Just make sure that things will be equal in the relationship. That's the only thing. Just make sure no one becomes the emperor. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about this overall long-term potential of the relationship. I see a lot of strength in this relationship, because honestly, if there was more, if this spread was heavily fire-oriented, I would have warned about ego. But because there's a balance of water here and earth, it honestly seems like a very stable partnership, a very stable romance. We have a lot of fire, a lot of passion, but the water also balances it out. So you guys aren't just lusting after each other. You know, there's a true, genuine emotional connection happening here. Maybe not a lot of stability, because we only have 2 earth, and this earth represents what they think of you at first. Even though they are represented by Queen of Earth, you may be the unstable one. So that might lead them into feeling like they need to take charge and be the emperor figure. But Cancer, you must learn to be your own leader and to be dependent on yourself. I feel like a lot of water signs sometimes become dependent on their relationships and their partners. But honestly, as I said before, I really truly feel like this relationship is all about destruction of ego. Very much lifting the veil and just living a good life. This relationship seems very wholesome. And right now I am picking your healing card. So and we have victim consciousness, just as I was saying, Cancer. So oftentimes we may play victim. We might feel like we are the ones being entrapped, or we are the ones getting hurt. And like I said, the victim usually is dependent on other people. They feel like, you know, oh, woe is me, I can't do anything, you know. But Cancer, you have to let go of feeling like you are the victim and start taking control of your life. So yeah, just as I was saying, become dependent on yourself, you know. You may feel like a lot of people have wronged you and have hurt you, but you need to understand that that can't be helped. We can spend all of our time feeling like a victim, feeling like a product of our environment, or we can take charge and say, this doesn't decide how my life will be. So again, Cancer, just for your sake, stop being the victim. Realize that you have power, you have control over your life. Maybe you don't have control over what happens to you in the situations, but you do have control over how you react, and that is the most important thing, if not, if not anything else. So, and I know with us water signs, it's really hard to control our emotions, but you just have to learn how to take a step back from everything that's going on, look at it in a perspective, and choose how you want to react. Don't put labels on things. Don't say something is bad or think something is bad, because in truth, nothing is good or bad. It's just all the way we perceive it. And if we give attention to everything that upsets us and hurts us, we only create more of it. So start taking control, because honestly, this is a very solid relationship, and Cancer, I'm so excited for you to be in this partnership because it is really beautiful. There's a lot of passion and a lot of emotional connectivity and a lot of abundance and support. The only problem here in this relationship, potentially, is the Emperor. Okay, one of you taking charge and starting to become a dictator. And your partner will start feeling like that if you continue to act like a victim and if you continue to be dependent on other people. So Cancer, you really need to grow into your own person, and you really need to step up your game, okay? Like, be a boss, be independent, okay? You can do it. Like, it's fine. Just breathe in and have faith that you can do it. You are your own person. You weren't born in this world, with a missing half, okay? You're whole. You can depend on yourself, Cancer, and just remind yourself that every day from now on, I can depend on myself. I am independent. I got this under control, okay? So hopefully this reading was good, and if you liked it, please subscribe and leave me a thumbs up, and feel free to comment and let me know what you think. And if you didn't like it, well, I can't be bothered, but I do have more videos, so if you don't want to judge too harshly, and check those out too. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time, maybe.